Welcome back to my channel. My name is Odette and we have an expected project. As you can see there over my right shoulder, we fitted a Velux cabrio window. I have a video out showing how to do it, to assist and guide people if they want to fit one. Mr. B here making noise. He's busy doing some more. Making noise. So, what are we trying to achieve here?
Banging my head, that's what we're trying to achieve.
So, when we initially bought this bungalow, the loft was just a loft with 2 rooms on either end. And we always noticed that was a lot of potential for the loft. So if you follow me, you know that 2 years ago or so, 2-3 years ago, we fitted stairs because there wasn't stairs for the loft. It was just a hatch in the utility room. So, and we have been doing bits along the way because obviously we have concentrated our energy and money downstairs. Over my left shoulder, if Mr. B doesn't knock the camera off, during the first lockdown, we built a shower room. This space was always to do something about it. So what we have decided now is to create pretty much a self-contained annex in here, okay? So over there, behind Mr. B, we're going to fit a kitchenette. And Mr. B, I'm going to take the camera around and show you what Mr. B have been destroying for the last 3 days. So this is the space we are working with. So we have the stairs coming from downstairs, obviously. We used to have full-size cupboards here for storage that Mr. B has removed. That's a door for more access to the eaves on that side. We're going to fit a kitchenette in there. So in here where used to be the water tank, Mr. B is reusing the doors and he's going to plasterboard over now.
I studied behind it as well.
It's studded behind, and that is to fit the radiator. Here is another access to the eaves. We need to leave this one as it is because right behind there is all the mechanism for the solar panels that we have. So we have to have easy access to that if we ever need. And here, Mr. B have removed these cupboards as well. So for you to have an idea, these lovely big cupboards, they used to run all along here, all the way to there, actually all the way. So bit by bit we have been removing cupboards. We took one when we built the staircase, and now Mr. B have removed that one and this one's in here just to give us more floor space, as you can see there, so we can have more floor space. The plan is to fit a sofa there. Mr. B is going to fit the rad over there and put probably a small TV over there. And like I said, the kitchenette in here. So that is the plan. Let's see what we can do with this. all the new areas where we have plasterboarded are now beaded and scrimmed, sorry, that's the orange tape. And now we're going to bond today, Saturday morning. We're going to bond all the new plasterboard ready to skim. And then once it's dry, I can start painting where Mr. B, if I turn the camera around, that corner there where the kitchenette is going to be. If you're thinking about doing anything, it doesn't matter if it's a kitchenette or if it's a big kitchen. There is basic things that you need to think about it. So we already have a double socket over there, but that is not enough. So we need to think about bringing above cupboard level, so above your worktop. Think about how many appliances you're going to use, because you need to start to think about the first fix of electrics at this stage. So I think you're happy with 2 doubles above the worktop, and we're going to have a double in the bottom because we're going to have an undercounted fridge, and we're going to have a 2-ring hob. Although obviously this is not the main kitchen of the house. We have the big kitchen downstairs. We still want to prepare this for the future, whatever that may be. And we're going to fit a 2-ring electric hob in here. Also, we want a sink. Doesn't matter if it's a kitchenette, if it's a kitchen, main kitchen of the house, or if it's just a wet bar, a sink is always good to have. So we need to think about plumbing. You need to think about bringing hot water and cold water up to the tap, sink tap, and you need to think about the drainage. If you're going to have a sink, you need to drain that sink. So that comes under the first fix as well. So that wall goes straight out into the back of the house where we already have all the other plumbing running. So Mr. B is going to work out how is he going to work out. And obviously, as you know, behind that wall there, we have a shower room, so we already have hot and cold water in there because we have a basin in there. So that is all things Mr. B has to look into and prepare before we can actually go and buy the kitchen units. But the idea is, if we plaster today and tomorrow, then next stage I can paint while Mr. B is doing all the first fix of electrics and plumbing. Mr. B is doing that while I'm painting what we are plastering and bonding today. So to make it more effective, so that we can both be working at the same time in this small space. So let's get on with it. Mr. B is upstairs carrying on the fitting of the kitchenette. I would like some rustic shelves, 2 for the kitchenette side and 1 above the radiator that is going to be below the TV. So I came to our very own Aladdin's cave. You can see behind me, there is just about anything and everything in here. Can you see there? Mr. B has this nice wood and everything else in there. So I have asked permission so I don't get myself in trouble. And I got this plank out. I probably will use another one. So this is for me to create rustic shelves, like I said. It is too rough even for my likes. So I'm going to use a planer to plane this and then sand it down and stain it in preparation for the shelves in the new kitchenette. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Odette, and today, as I promised, I'm doing the loft conversion reveal. So follow me. I need to come faster. I'll start from the beginning. This room I have showed you several times before. The only thing we have done here was to fit new carpets, because what we had here was just pieces of our old pink carpet. So now we have laid carpet throughout to match, and we fitted new blinds, because originally the blinds we fit was just cheap, was just to get by. We now have fitted nice new blinds. The rest of the room is the same. And here we left this cupboard so that I can keep a hoover and things in here, because I don't need to carry the hoover up and down the stairs. So there's nothing has changed in the room. The changes have happened from here. So we used to have a water tank in here that it was made obsolete after we fitted the new central heating system last year. So Mr. B closed the double doors they are here, and we moved the rod into here. A little shelf that I made with leftover wood we had in the cabin. Put a TV up there. We removed a bookshelf that Mr. B built 3 years ago, if you remember. On a video I showed Mr. B building, we decided to remove that to create more space so that we could have a sofa in there. Big changes this time is this kitchenette. We have a breakfast bar and chairs to come to fit in there. And these doors we just fitted a couple of weeks ago, because I've been on order for like 3 months. So this is a little kitchenette, quite basic. We have electric 2-ring hob, multifunction oven, microwave, grill, steamer. a little sink and a small fridge. So as you can see, it's quite basic, but it has everything that we need, dishes in there and everything. So just a kitchenette really, because obviously we have our kitchen downstairs. This is just basic. The cabrio window, I'll get back to you on that in a second. So try to create more seats in here. So we have the two-seater sofa. We have these two chairs in here as well. This table we already had in here, as you know. I'll just give you a reminder of the shower room. If you remember, I have a video on this. We done this wet room during the first lockdown. So we are going back nearly 3 years now. It was a long time ago. So that's when we built this. Obviously the second bedroom, again, nothing much have changed apart from the carpets. When we originally bought the bungalow, that was the hatch, the access point to the loft. Obviously, since then we have fitted the stairs, so this is a proper room now. Again, nothing much have changed. We have done this up quite a while back, so just a fresh coat of paint and again a new blind. So the major change have happened really in here, in this main area. This is definitely the bit of the loft conversion that we are most proud of, and something that we decided very, very early on when we bought this house, that we should enjoy the view we have to the front of the property more from upstairs, because in here we have already one Velux to the back of the house, and we obviously have one in each room on the ends of the house, but none to the front of the house where the best views are. So the reason we had to delay the completion of the renovation of the loft was because we had to save money to buy this Velux cabrio window. We managed to get it for 2,300 something pounds. That's about the price at the moment. Back 3 years ago when we started the renovation, they're actually just under 2,000, but everything have increased in price. So you get them now about £2,500, but they are a beautiful piece of kit, and I will show you why it's worth the money. Extremely easy to use. And you go from a roof window to a veranda in seconds. And this is what we wanted, and I think is well worth because of the view we enjoy from upstairs. So we had to wait until this was done before we could lay carpets and finish all the rest of the other things, because this obviously was a messy job. Because we had to break through the roof. So you have seen all of the upstairs now. If you're wondering why did we spend all the money and the hard work doing this, there's a good explanation for it. The reason we fitted a kitchenette in here is because we are thinking about the future. Legally, we can have this rented out as an Airbnb and create an income for us, or we can also in the UK legally have a lodger here. We can earn income from a lodger up to £7,500–8,000. I think I've gone up a bit now. So when we retire, which will be a while from now, we can create an income, an extra income by renting this out here, because it's a very big house just for the two of us. Also, we enjoy doing these things, so it's been fun to do this. We had friends and family over last weekend, and they are asking how long it took us to do this loft conversion. It's very difficult for us to put a time frame on it, And the reason is the ceilings and the walls, they're already here and they're already plastered. All I did was painting. It's all the other things like bringing central heating up here, bringing water up here. Electrics was already here as well, a handful of sockets. So that was easy for Mr. Bree to branch from there and create more. Obviously the shower room. We done the loft piecemeal. We done it when we had the money to invest in here, or we didn't have another big project going downstairs, right? So it has taken us nearly 3.5 years, but the upstairs was never a priority. We live downstairs, and that's what was important for us. As long as we had the 2 bedrooms that we need when family and friends stay over, it was all depending on the installation of the cabrio window. Just because of the sheer size of the project. Now looking at it, it looks like it's quite straightforward. These things are never straightforward. So during the first lockdown, we built the shower room. During the second lockdown, and I have a video if you look back, Mr. B was in there cutting a piece of the massive steel beam that runs the whole length of the bungalow to be able to create what we have in this here now. We also removed some cupboards that it took a lot of convincing for me, because I love storage. And it was difficult for me to let go of 4 full-size cupboards. But it works because we still have a lot of storage in the eaves. It just, I'm spoiled with the storage up here and I wanted to keep it all. And I have them all full, but Mr. B was absolutely right to create more space in here. We do need it to remove that 4 cupboards, and yes, I can live without that 4 cupboards. So we are extremely happy that we have finally completed this. Like I said, it's been a 3-year project, on and off. That has given us a lot of peace of mind, not only because it's another job completed, it's also now ready. If we want to create an income, is now ready to do so. God forbid if anything happens, then we know that at least we have something here that we can make money. And that's what the house should do for you. Not only make you happy and comfortable, if possible, should generate an income for you. In the end of the day, it's the biggest asset that any of us have, and if we can make it hard enough to work for us, then so much better. So the house is pretty much finished. So I don't think I will have a video anytime soon to give to you guys. But do please follow me on Instagram, because we're always doing small projects, and I'm always putting reels and photos in there, and so, and I will always be doing recycling and upcycling, because that's who I am. I won't buy anything new if I can get away with it. So thank you very much for your support. Thank you for following us through this journey, and it has been a journey. And there will be a couple of other more projects that I can share with you in the near future. I'm sure I do. Until then, thank you very much once again, and bye-bye.